I'm going to introduce the amazing Michele Pearson-Tucker. Like many of our speakers so far tonight, she also wears multiple hats. She's a financial advisor at Edward Jones, but for tonight's sake, she is the co-founder and chair of the Minority Business and Nonprofit Association, which strives to be a bridge connecting founders of color to knowledge, resources, and financing. She also, her organization also does a hell of a job if you need a pay equity analysis done and you're trying to decide, do you have any unconscious bias in your pay rates, in your promotion rates? We did one earlier this year. It's fantastic. But I will also say, to Michele's credit, if you've ever exchanged emails with her, I mentioned a day job, a nonprofit she runs, and then her email signature includes 7 nonprofit boards that she serves on. So to say she's a beacon of giving back to the community and a champion of equality and equity for everybody is an understatement. So I'm going to get out of the way and let her talk.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Like Nathan said, my name is Michele Pearson-Tucker, and I'm the chair of the Minority Business and Nonprofit Association. Our primary mission is to connect minority businesses and nonprofits with resources. We hope to educate, train, grow, develop, and sustain those organizations. And how does that connect to a B Corp, you may ask? Here's where we come in on the other side of our world. We also have affiliate members who are our corporate folks. And a lot of organizations say, we're doing this good work, we're doing the cause, we're doing everything right. And when we ask the question, well, what does that look like when we talk about contracting? What does that look like when we talk about your hiring? What does that look like when we talk about your C-suite? The diversity conversation goes on mute most times. And so for MBNA, while we want to grow and help sustain those nonprofits and those entrepreneurs in their own space, we also know that, guess what? I think Michael said it best. You actually kind of need money, right? And so if they're going to be working with people in this space, this is where we come in from the corporate side. So, and Nathan mentioned this earlier this year, what he didn't tell you about this story is we were on a whole nother call because Nathan and I talk a lot on different calls about different things. I'm on 7 boards, right? But I talked to him about B Corp and I was like, yeah, I've looked into B Corp. But you know, the one thing that just got under my skin is that for the diversity section, 1, it's under community, and 2, it's worth 2 points. That bothered me. And I was like, I thought about B Corp, but I kind of put him on the back burner. And I think Nathan took that as a challenge because he came back and he's like, I want to talk to you more about this. And so we probably spent another 30, 45 minutes on the phone having a conversation about MBNA in the portion where we step in with our affiliate members, talking about helping them understand how diversity, equity, inclusion plays a role in their corporate responsibility. And so when we actually went down this road, Nathan said, okay, thanks for that. We'll be in touch. And I think maybe 2 days later, I got an email from Nathan saying, I got one of my B Corps that wants to work with you on one of these diversity, equity, and inclusion audits that y'all do. And I said, great, let's talk about it. Here's what we need. And specifically, they want to do a pay analysis. So I'm going to pause right there and step back and answer the question that I know is burning. What's a diversity, equity, inclusion, or DEI audit? It truly is when we come in with your organization, you set the parameters of what is it that you've been working on? What area, what matrix are you trying to change within your organization? And how well do you think you've done? A lot of organizations, we have 3 categories that we put them in. A lot of organizations say, no, we're good, we got it together. And we ask, so give me your numbers. How many people do you have? And I'll also say this not just mean Black folks. We're really saying, how many women are in your organization? How many are in the C-suite? How well do you pay your people? We're asking really detailed questions, but it's not based on what we want your organization to do. It's what you said your organization is going to do. So, met with the person, and they said, we want a DEI audit. And the one thing that they bragged on that stuck in my mind is that we did a really good job. We have a lot of women in our organization. We're doing great. And you know what? He was right. They had 52% women within their organization. Here's where our analysis came in when we took that data and kind of peeled it back. Out of that 52%, I think it was 4% in the C-suite. And I asked what was going on there. Why? He didn't know. But for us, that's exactly what the DEI audit is about. He did not stop there because we got on another call and he's like, I want help. How do we talk about this? What's going on? I also complimented them because they had about 14% of Filipino hires. That's great. That's odd out of Atlanta. We noticed that their Hispanic, African-American community was down low, but they're doing really good. Something is working in recruiting the HR process and hiring folks that are coming from the Philippines. Something's working there. Keep doing that, right? So it was a compliment. Keep doing that. It's not all bad. I just don't think after we got the Zoom, I don't think he ever thought about what they were actually doing, particularly outside of word of mouth. But something is working because guess what? They come and they stay. So retention is also important. So when we talk about DEI audit, it's not just saying how many folks do you have on your front line. It's how happy are they working there at the organization? How well are they paid? How long do they stay? Who are the people working there? But it's all built around what the company, the corporation may be wanting to do. It's not what we define for you. So if most companies, they don't think they're at that level, and that's okay. Our 2 tiers before that, we have one that's, hey, I think I need to be doing something. I just don't know where to start. We have a questionnaire that you can take back to your organization. You can start having it with whomever that may be. I always recommend HR and the C-suite have to be involved, but at least it's a questionnaire to get you started. It has probably like 30 questions on it. And it takes time. It is not an overnight fix. The second level of folks that we work with are the folks that say, hey, we've done the questionnaire. We kind of have an idea. Where do we go now? They're in the consultation phase. And so sometimes it's just us consulting and working with them to grow and develop and create what the metrics will look like before they reach the ultimate level of a full DEI audit or a pay scale audit or whatever that should look like for your company. So B Corp has another place in my heart. Thank you to Nathan. But I also want you to take away the thought that we are doing some of the work, but there's always more to do. Does it go beyond the walls of your corporations? And the answer is yes, because you'll have plenty of minority businesses and nonprofits that are coming to your organization saying, how can I get involved? How can I help? How can I work with you? What does that look like? And if you discount them and throw them away, then you're still not serving your community as you should. And so we encourage you to do so. So you can find us on thembna.org if you have any more questions. I'll be around. I clearly have a shirt on, so you'll know it's me. So thank you, Nathan, for letting me come out tonight.